Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special character showcase, I've chose the Decepticon Shockwave. What we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him and all of his releases that have come out since Generation 1. I'm going to tell you where they've come from, which line of toys that they're in. I've got some packaging in front of me as well, so we can have a quick look at some of them. But this is mainly, as I say, just a brilliant character showcase of one of my favourite characters. So that's one of the main reasons why I've picked this guy. He is one of my favourite characters. I've just got this affiliation with him, just especially for the toy. I remember being a child and always wanting a Shockwave, but never ever having one. And again, in the UK, he was incredibly hard to come by. So never had one. I think my neighbour got one and I was just amazed by it. I just couldn't believe how good it was. So from then on, I always wanted him, and luckily enough, he hasn't had too many guises and he hasn't been re-released too many times. But I think you've got to agree that all of the versions that you see in front of you, they are really cool. So we're going to start off with the top left one, which of course is his Generation 1 version, which is here. Now obviously he was released as a Galactic Man or an Astro Man just before the Transformers came out, so he wasn't an original Transformer. That's where his incarnation came from. But I haven't got one of them, and I'm going to keep this talk particularly just about Transformers. He's a great figure. He's quite hard to get hold of in good condition. He breaks very easily, and most of them, as I say, don't work anymore. I'm not sure if mine do. I haven't tried them, I've got to confess. I know that I've folded the feet out there, but that's obviously just to balance him. I just love the alternate mode. Stickers and all these are good. These are all originals. They've got the black screws, so if yours have got silver screws in, then unfortunately you've got a KO. But just love this figure, everything about it. Again, I've not tested it, so I can't tell you if it's working or not. So he was released in 1985, and as I say, part of Wave, the very early waves of the Transformers. And he didn't get any other remake until the Action Masters, much later on. And to be honest, mine's a really good example of what colour he shouldn't be. So I probably should have used him for the Sun Fade video. If you look at the colour of him, I'll bring him close to the camera now. He came out in 1990, and unfortunately he's got quite a bit of sun fade on him there. The figure itself has got loose limbs, and again, the Action Masters, they totally split the Transformers community's opinion in half, because people really hated them because of course they didn't even transform. So it was just all about their accessory that came with him that transformed. The guy next to him obviously is the Masterpiece version. This is the first Masterpiece version that came out. They did release another one with some more with some more toy-like accurate paint. So the Masterpiece version on the far right is supposed to be that colour because it's more like the cartoon. But they did release a more toy-like coloured one. So there's the Masterpiece. This came out in 2016. And I've still not transformed him. I've just took him out of a box and I've just put him up on display on my Masterpiece shelf. So can't wait till I can retire, that I can actually have a proper go at playing with all these. So moving down to the bottom shelf then, what I'll do, I'm going to take, in fact I'll start over here. We'll start with the Fall of Cybertron. So Fall of Cybertron was 2012, and I've got one in a package there, and there's the background artwork on the back. Now of course, one of the big things that happened to Shockwave through the years was he started off as a gun, same as Megatron, and then of course as times go by, it's not very good or PC to have children running around with guns, unfortunately, especially not robots that turn into one. So Shockwave has been changed into starships and things like that now. So this is the Fall of Cybertron one. Again, I like this figure. I just think maybe it's his eye in the middle that makes him stand out so much. Right, on top of the binaltech, I'm going to come to that in a second though, because there's two smaller Shockwaves, and they are both from the Combiner Wars. So the original one came out in 2016, and it's the Legends Class 1, and that's this one. And the other guy, I'm going to show you in a second, he also came out in 2016, but he was part of the Bruticus G2 gift set. So that's the original one there. There is a slight, I'll keep it off for now actually because I'm going to get the binaltech up. There's just different coloured paint taps on him. So this was the version that came with the G2 Bruticus gift set. So if you've not seen him, unfortunately you need to find someone who's selling it loose, which they might not, or it's actually as part of the Generation 2 Combiner Wars Bruticus gift set. And if I just pop him there, you'll see they're exactly the same, just different paint taps. I'm going to move on to the binaltech one now. This guy actually came out way before the Cybertron ones, the Siege and all that. The binaltech, this was actually released in 2004. It was released as an alternator as well, but the Japanese versions were known as binaltechs, and he's also referred to as laserwave when he was in Japan as well, so that's his Japanese name. The main difference with these though, and this is quite heavy on the one hand, is that they are made of die-cast parts. So there we go, and the RX Mazda speed car turns beautifully into Shockwave there. They've got the license obviously to still do that. That's why some of these figures they didn't get a release just because they couldn't get the license in again. But yeah, that's, if you've not seen it before, I say it's binaltech. It's the same as your alternators that you had in America and things like that. It's just that the parts are made out of die cast. And then of course we've got the newest release at the moment that I've got. Again, there probably will be way more down the line, but this is the War for Cybertron Siege, and this one came out in 2018, and it is a leader class figure. And again, this doesn't turn into a gun, but it does sort of turn, well, a bit of a gun, but more of a ship rather than a gun. And again, fantastic figure. I have actually got one more just to show you. I haven't put it up there because I haven't put it in. It doesn't really look, it sticks out like a sore thumb to be fair, but I've got him because I've got the rest of the figures. Just in case some of you say, well, what about this guy? There you go. There is, of course, Shockwave. Oh, you can't even see him. There's Shockwave from the Dark of the Moon film. So love or hate the films, I actually like this figure. And again, that's probably just because of the colour scheme, the use of the single red eye in the middle. But there we go. There is Shockwave from Dark of the Moon as well. So I'm just going to pop him. He can stay there just for the ending bit. No, he won't. He'll fall over. Yeah, so as I say, very, very popular character. Very, very big. Well, yeah, big character. Lots of remakes throughout the years. Just really like him. I wanted to share him with you, as I say, especially because it was one of them toys that just wasn't ever lucky enough to own. And everybody who I seem to speak to, they really like Shockwave. So my next goal, obviously, as you can see, is to get a boxed one of some sort, whether it be Japanese or the standard Hasbro, and I know that's not going to be an easy feat. But for those of you who didn't have him, I hope this has helped. For those of you who have got him, again, hope this is nice, brought back some nice memories for you, and it's also helped to see the difference and how they've changed him throughout the years. You've got a full, obviously 35 years of continuity of how they've changed and evolved the character and the figure there. Yeah, I absolutely love him. I hope you like looking at it too. And if you've got any other character showcases as well as figures like this that you want me to do, let me know. I've got quite a few variants of them all, so this has been fun to do. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care and subscribe if you already aren't. Thank you.